This video is sponsored by sellcashier.com. Sellcashier compares iPhone prices on the internet and then gives you a quick quote and the most cash for a used iPhone. It's simple, fast, and secure. Get a quote, ship your iPhone, and get paid. Well, happy iPhone 10 day, everybody. I got my pre-ordered iPhone 10 that I got from Best Buy. I was able to get my money back, the $100, because they were charging everybody an extra $100. They received a lot of backfire from that, so fortunately they were able to price match, all that kind of stuff. They're actually not even selling the phone outright anymore if you wanted to order today, but I paid for this. Like I can still feel the pain from my, my wallet. Goodness gracious, these phones are expensive this year. I'm very excited to get this unboxed, so let's go ahead and do that, but I'm also going to give my first impressions of the iPhone 10. Whew. I hope it's worth it. And I got this 64 gig one. When I was ordering it online, like I sat in front of the computer for probably a good 30 minutes. I'm lucky I was even able to get this thing on the day of release, because I was like, do I need to spend this money? Do I need to spend this money? Do I need to spend this money? And while I really want the 256 gigs, I settled for the 64 gigs just to save some money. Man, but I should be okay. I'll just have to manage my storage a little closer. But I really don't know if I even come close to filling up 64 gigs. Anyways, enough rambling on. Let's get this plastic off and get some more plastic off. All right. It's probably gonna be nothing too special, but I mean, an iPhone unboxing is an iPhone unboxing, right? I just like to help capture my first impressions if there's any kind of surprises that happen on camera, so we can share the fun with you. All right, so we got our paperwork on top. Just our quick start guide, SIM card tool. Looks like some warnings and all that kind of stuff, and we got our Apple stickers. So a little bit of it's not the typical paper which you've seen before, maybe. All right, here's the iPhone. Oh. And I got the silver, but they might as well just call it white because it's a white iPhone everywhere else. I'm not too sure why they call it silver. I know it's a silver frame and all that kind of stuff. It has like a throwback feel of the stainless steel. I like that a lot. And then we have the old white back. Like, oh, I like white phones so much. I really like the white color on the iPhone 8 Plus. It looked fantastic. It's just so clean looking. All right, so here's the iPhone. We're gonna have to put it off to the side for just a second, just to show you the remainder of the content. So we have our adapter for power. Now, this does have fast charging capabilities, but you're not gonna get that with this guy here. You're gonna have to go out and buy something else, third party, or get basically like a MacBook charger. All right, here's our ear pods. Now it's gonna come with an adapter because it has no headphone jack. So if you wanna use other types of headphones, you're gonna have to use this adapter. Otherwise, you can use the ones that they provide, and they have the lightning connection. And then of course we got our lightning cable. So that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna really touch the accessories because I have stuff that works already. There's no sense in using the new stuff. The other day I was recording my whole iPhone 8 Plus review, and that camera, the one I'm looking at, died on me. I don't know what happened because it said about 80% battery on it. Still died. I had to reshoot the whole thing over again. That was frustrating. Now the thing with an iPhone is that you can pop your SIM card in there and you can kind of get going, but the best way to get this all set up is to bring it over to iTunes and restore from a backup. That way all your apps, all your messages, accounts, and all that kind of stuff is all squared away. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pretty much stop the video at this point and then see what it's like once I get it all fully loaded, because it's hard to use an iPhone without having all your stuff on there. But before we go, the part that we all wait for. That's all one piece, by the way, guys. Oh my gosh. About busted the new iPhone already. That made me nervous. Well, there's no scratches or anything. It's one big piece. They should have made it. Oh, that drives me nuts. I don't want to mess up the iPhone already. But in hand, like one more quick point before we go. It's definitely so cool to have these phones with a smaller footprint now, but still have a decent sized screen. Like this is what, 5.8 inches now? And it's definitely the biggest screen that we've seen on an iPhone. So really exciting about that. So with potentially damaging this phone already, it's just got some smudges on here from picking it up. I'm gonna go ahead and put a case on it. That way nothing else happens. I'll be back with you. If you're interested in selling your old iPhone so that we can upgrade to the newest one, check out sellcashier.com. Sellcashier purchases iPhones from all major US carriers and currently only operates in the United States. It's simple, fast, and secure. Get a quote, ship your phone, get paid. I am just not having too much luck with technology today. I am shooting with two cameras. I'm using my Pixel 2 XL up here for just a different angle, using my A6500 in front of me to capture this. And I just went through my whole second part and for some reason the Pixel stopped recording, so I got to redo this whole part. So maybe I'll keep this part shorter. Anyways, the other part of technology that wasn't working out for me was I made a backup of my iPhone 8 Plus last night on my computer. I did a computer backup. So that way it'll be nice and smooth and easy to transition over to the iPhone 10. But guess what? It said that the file was corrupt or was not compatible. I texted TechExamined and he said that he was able to restore from the backup, so I'm not really sure what was going on with all that. That was kind of frustrating. So let me kind of go into my first impressions of using this device because it's taken about 2 hours almost, it feels like, to get this all back up and running. Like I said, using a backup is so much easier to use, so that way you don't have to go in and log into all your accounts and find all your apps and all that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this. Some of the stuff I've noticed right off the bat is, one, there's no battery percentage icon anymore. You have to swipe down from the control center to see the exact percentage. Also, if you notice up here, you kind of get like this scrolling marquee of your network kind of setup. And right now I'm on T-Mobile. This is actually a Verizon phone because Verizon phones come unlocked and you're able to use them on other carriers without any kind of issues. I bought this from Best Buy, as you heard from earlier. The other thing is getting used to these gestures and swipes and all that kind of stuff. My muscle memory has me wanting to press a home button so bad. I mean, it's been on the iPhone for ages now, and now there's no home button. I'll get used to it, but it's a learning curve at this point. And swiping to get rid of apps is just a little bit different. You're not able to like just kind of swipe them away like you were used to. What you have to end up doing, I have to open up some apps because I already got rid of them from that first attempt of trying to do this kind of stuff. So let me just try to open up some apps so I can show you. You have to kind of long press and then drag it up, and then they all show. Now you can swipe on over to access them all, or what you got to do now is long press them to get rid of them. So if you want to manage them like that, that's what you're going to have to do. It would be nice if there was like a clear all option, but that's just not there. What else can I talk about with the iPhone 10 as far as first impressions go? I like the form factor a lot. The footprint of the iPhone is so much smaller than what we're used to as far as the plus sizes. I'm not talking about the regular size. But being able to hold the phone in one hand, you're able to reach everything without issues. It's nice to access things. It's a little different, again, with just accessing stuff, but it's just things that you're gonna have to get used to. As far as getting to the control center, you gotta go from the top right corner. If you want notifications, you gotta go from the middle or the side. That works too. Powering off the device is different. You've got to hold the power button and the volume button at the same time in order to power off. And it takes a second to get there, but then you can slide the power off. You can do the emergency SOS as well. But if you want to use the power button, just normal waking features, and then to access Siri, you long press. Another thing about Face ID is if you want to unlock the device using it, probably one of the easier ways to do that is to raise to wake and then swipe up, and it works pretty dang good. I've enjoyed doing that part. Face ID, you have to know that it's got to see your eyes open, it's got to see your nose and mouth. That's kind of how it recognizes you. And emojis. Yeah, I've already done them, and my wife is like, these are weird. And so far I've used the poop, the monkey, and a couple others I've played around with. I've texted my wife. I've also texted Michael from Tech Examined. We've played around with that. He's sent some, I've sent some. The sound quality is pretty cool, and let's just do a test one here. And it's pretty easy to use, which is nice. It recognizes you from Face ID. So all you gotta do is press this record button here, and it starts to mimic your facial expressions and stuff. And so you're definitely gonna start seeing people make some funny faces. Press this record button here, and it starts to mimic your facial expressions and stuff. And so you're definitely gonna start seeing people make some funny faces. And you only get a certain amount of time to do it. You got about 10 seconds to get your message in, and that's it. I don't know how often I'll use it, but I'll admit it, I'm gonna use it. If you catch me in public doing it, feel free to shake your head. I won't say slap me because that might hurt. But anyways, yeah, that's a new thing with iOS 11 with the iPhone 10. Other things I'm really looking forward to using is wireless charging with the iPhone. I enjoyed using it with the iPhone 8 Plus. Going to be able to use it with the iPhone 10 as well. And if you noticed, this is an old wireless charger. It's a fast charging one, but it's one that I've had for a while now, so I don't have to go out and buy Apple's specific one that's not even released yet. And I can use that. Works great. It's got a nice pad to it to where the phone doesn't slip around or anything like that. Oh man, there's a lot to get used to with this phone because of all the swiping and gestures and all that kind of stuff. But I'm definitely looking forward to using it. I can't wait to use the camera more. I love that they have the portrait mode on the front-facing camera now. It's just a great way to snap selfies. It's just epic. It takes it to a whole new level. So let's go ahead and do a test one here. You've got natural lights, you've got studio lights, contour, all the same ones that we saw on the iPhone 8 Plus on the rear camera. It's now on the front-facing camera. My favorite is stage light. Stage light, it looks pretty cool. So let's take a selfie now. And so let it process for a second. It just looks so nice. I mean, I love it. It's probably gonna be one of my favorite features about the camera is the portrait modes. So cool. What else do you want to see about the iPhone 10? I'd like to try to cover stuff that maybe someone else hasn't yet. So what kind of questions do you have about the iPhone 10? I'll try to do some comparisons with it between this and the Pixel 2 XL at least. Let me know what you want to know down in the comments, and also subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos that I put out. Follow me on all the social networks because I'll be posting pictures and videos from the iPhone 10 over on my Instagram account especially, and also any kind of behind the scenes stuff I'm posting to Instagram stories. I also post to Twitter quite often. I hang out with those two social media networks the most. All right guys, I'm gonna wrap it up for this video because I've got a lot of editing to do for this video, but also my side business that I have called Band Creative. And if you're interested, you can check out that stuff. I have a website, YouTube channel. I make wedding videos and fun projects like that. Thanks guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And most of all, I hope that you have a great day.